and welcome back to the lounge. Today is Monday, May 14th, and this is Coffee and Cigars number 3. Today on the lounge, we're going to be talking about the Cumpay, which is a cigar made by Maya Selva Cigars, and it's one of my favorite light cigars to have in the morning. It's nice. We're talking about the short one because I know they have a Robusto as well. The short one is my favorite. I like it more than the Robusto just because it's nice and short. It's like a 20-25 minute smoke, 30 minutes maybe. That it goes perfect with your coffee in the morning, and then it's a nice little kick to get you started on your day. So we're gonna go ahead and open it up. Of course, we got the Pilon Cuban coffee here, as we always do on the show, because in our opinion, the Cuban coffee is the best that to pair with the cigars. And so, as usual, we're going to give it the straight cut just to not alter the flavor, because, again, giving it a V-cut or a punch or something like that is going to change the flavor, and we want to compare it correctly with other cigars around the shop and around the world. So, first, we're going to give it the 3. We have 4 steps. We're going to give it sight, smell, taste, and construction. So, sight, it looks... it's like light brown, tannish, beige, light-skinned, if you're into that. The label is like a mountainside, the peak of a hill, Cumpay. It says short on it. Nicaraguan tobacco as well. I think this was the first completely Nicaraguan tobacco that Maya Selva came out with. I know we talked about it, and her interview is going to come out I think in 2 weeks, not tomorrow, but next week is going to come out. And I didn't even know that. She talked about the complexities of this cigar. I didn't know all the work that went into making this cigar possible. So I really appreciated her coming in and talking to us about it. Tomorrow we do have Tony from La Flor Dominicana. And so it was fun to talk to him as well and see the background behind the company that won Cigar of the Year last year. My phone's just awkwardly in the way over here. I'm going to put it over here. But, so sight, light brown, looks like not dirt. It looks like a bark of a tree. Very rugged. Looks like it's been through some stuff. Has some experience it wants to share with us. So that's sight. Smell. It always happens. That's why I don't like filming when my dad is in here, because he's over there on the couch is just looking at me laughing. Look at him. Okay, yes, it's funny that I smell the cigars and I talk about what they smell like. Yes, okay, I understand. Oh, this one smells light. Can't put my nose on it. I want to say it smells like a sort of light coffee. My bad podcast listeners, bumping into stuff all the time. Yeah, it smells, smell is not too complex. Flavor-wise, I hope, she talked about how it was more complex, so I hope everything turning on at the same time. You probably hear that background noise. That's a refrigerator for the Coke we have in here. Smells pretty straightforward. Light coffee, man. It's okay, dude. We have people in here, of course. We filmed this inside the lounge, so there's always going to be guests in here while we're filming. Sometimes, occasionally, I try to find a time slot when we don't have people in here. But sometimes we just get caught up in it, and it's always good to have a live studio audience. So if you're ever in the area, you want to come check us out, give me a call, and I'll make sure to schedule a recording session while you're here. So yeah, smell not that complicated. Complex, I'd say it smells like a coffee. It smells light, nice and light, and it smells cold in a way. I haven't had the coffee. I know last time I said, and the time before I also said that it usually tastes minty or cold. But this one just all right off the bat smells cold. I haven't even had the coffee yet. Nice and hot still. So I'm waiting for us to actually taste it. So sight, light brown, tan. Wow, so all around very light cigar. Smell was also very light. So now we're gonna go ahead and taste. I'm leaving the coffee for the last part because I don't want to alter the taste of the cigar. I think that was one of the mistakes that we had back then. So. Can't judge it off the first puff, of course, as you know. I think the best way to describe what this tastes like is to paint you a picture of what I see when I smell this. I see an old man on a hill. Okay, dude, yes, I get it's funny. I taste an old man on a hillside, in a cabin, in a forest. Very rugged, he's old, late 60s, early 70s, white hair, balding, a lot of pain in his eyes. He lights up this cigar as he's rocking on his rocking chair, and he just thinks about everything that he's accomplished and everything that he's been through. That's what I taste when I taste this cigar. And I really like this cigar in the mornings because I kind of do the same thing when I smoke this. I usually, if I ever smoke this, it's probably in the mornings on Saturdays when I get in after working late on Friday. I come in on Saturday morning, I smoke this because I like thinking about what I'm going to accomplish that day and, you know, everything that happened during the week, everything like that. So I like pondering and like feeling, thinking about everything that's going on. I'm just a deep thinker at the same time. So I do that. But that's what I taste when I taste this. If you want like specifics. Dirt. There's a lot of dirt in this one. In a good way, of course. Dirt, earth. It's very earthy. And Nicaragua. I guess the cliff on this Cumpay on the actual label of it does a job at, I don't know, giving you a picture of what you might experience as you smoke this. Because I really taste like the peak of the mountain. And I guess it's great symbolism as well, because if the old man is thinking he's so old, all this experience he's had, he's climbed the mountain already, and now he's just looking back at the bottom of the mountain and thinking, wow, look at all the steps that it took to get to this place in my life. And so that's what I taste. You might taste something different again. Everything is subjective in this area because you have a different taste, you have a different palate than I do, and you're going to taste things, that are not the same as me, but, it might be similar. You might taste the same thing, but explain it a different way. So that's what this tastes like. Construction so far, of course, I didn't expect this to be bad. It's one of my favorites, and the ones that I like usually have 95% of the cigars I smoke that I like have good construction, because that's probably the most important factor in my opinion, because a bad construction immediately off the bat just throws off my mood, because you're like, yeah, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna have a cigar, and a cigar is something that you might have 2 or 3 or 4 a day, but like when you do have them, you want them to be good, You smoke. If I start smoking one and it starts burning bad and this and that, I get caught up in trying to fix it and this, and it's like not what I want to experience while I'm smoking it. So that's the most important aspect. One of my favorite cigars. It has great construction. I didn't expect it to be bad. I mean, again, we just started. It usually shows itself right at the beginning. If you've been watching this before, then you know exactly what I'm talking about as I'm talking about it. I'm gonna puff on it a couple more times before I taste the coffee. Now I taste like the wind, powerful wind coming in and blowing me in the face. Some wood as well, not a lot. Maybe leaves is a better word than wood. Old fall leaves and dirt, mountain dirt, and like wood, like a forest again. A guy in a forest on the side of a cliff. So now I'm gonna go ahead and taste the coffee. I know the coffee is gonna be good. I didn't make it this time. My dad did, so it might not be as good as mine. I said that. It's not that your coffee's bad. It's that I put a lot of sugar in mine because I like sugar. Adding the coffee to this. Changes it completely. Hmm. Hmm. Mixes well with the wood. Now I taste the wood more is what I'm meaning to say. I taste the wood more. Really mixes well with the dirt. Now I even taste like dark chocolate. Dark chocolate as well I'm tasting now. Again, look at this construction. Very good right off the bat, as usual from these cigars. Pairing is very good. And you know, you'd think that every cigar goes well with coffee, but not really. I'm ready to score it. So this mix, again, here we are judging the pair as a whole, not one over the other. A little pop up on my computer. Give me a sec. So again, we're comparing this as one with the other, not one without the other. So the coffee by itself could be one thing and the cigar another, but here we are judging both of them together. Okay, I'm ready to score it, and I'm going to give this one a 7.6. 7.6 final score from the lounge. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Good pairing. Good pairing, but you know what? It didn't in my opinion, I was expecting more, so maybe it was my fault because I've enjoyed this cigar so much in the past. so I expected it to be more with the coffee. But I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't a bad pair, but it wasn't where I thought it was going to be. And for that reason, I thought it felt a little subpar in this category, specifically with coffee, because I did not judge this cigar by itself. I judged it with the coffee. And so I gave it this pairing a 7.6. And yeah, that's basically it. Really felt, I mean, I don't know, I'm at a loss for words, because it did not provide me with the experience that I thought it was going to give me. It did and it didn't. Taste wise, brought out complexities in the cigar. I got some notes of chocolate after, but really overall, I would have this with coffee. Don't get me wrong, I would definitely have this with coffee. But at the end of the day, I think there are going to be better combinations with coffee. In terms of cigars, I think there'll be better pairings. And so this one really fell short in my eyes. I thought it was going to do much better, and it ended up being a 7.6 in our books. So if you liked what we had to say about this combination and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening to this on the podcast, you could go ahead and favorite our station. And that about does it. Follow us on Instagram at Gable Cigars to see what we're doing on the day-to-day. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow for Let's Talk Tuesday number 3.